morning and welcome to Hardy Classics and another sunny day in paradise, or doggy, whatever you want to call it. And today we are leaning over the recovery truck because we're on a little road trip. We are off to Wales, and I think you got the bit of paper here. I don't know what I can pronounce the bloody thing. I can't. So we're off today. We're off to SA 46, and that's as much as I can tell you. So I think it's down Wales way. Anyway, we're off down to Wales, and we're taking this little Morris Minor. It's a little overhead, a little cami. We've had it for a while, and it's actually going back to the new owner. Well, I'll start that again. The new owner of the car is actually the old owner, because this guy had this car 15 years ago, and he sold it because of family implications, a couple of young kids to go to university or something, and I think now he's got a couple of quid back in his pocket, and he's got a bit of time on his hands. Possibly he wants to restore it. He did start restoring it. It's had a partial restoration all that time ago, and he's going to restore the car and use it again. And what a fantastic story, yeah. You know, there's that many TV programs on the telly at the minute restoring cars, but the history of the car never comes out. Well, that's definitely the fastest that Morris Minor has ever been, I would assure you. And look, I've swapped drivers. No, I haven't set myself into women's clothes. It's Mandy. Say hello, Mandy.
Hello.
And while I'm on the subject of women drivers, I'm going to give you a tip. Marry a woman who can drive. Makes your life a lot easier, I tell you. Well, that's the little Minor dropped off, the little cami Minor dropped off in 16 miles from Aberystwyth, and as you can see by my unfaithful assistant there doing the camera work, the sun is shining and the sea is blue, and it's lovely here. Although I wouldn't like a classic car around here. God, there's some big hills. Better off with a tractor, to be fair. So the sun's actually come out and the inquiries have come in. So we've been a little bit busy, starting to come into the season, and one or two people making inquiries. One or two people making inquiries about pre-war cars, and just today we've had a couple of inquiries on the Swift. One person wanted to hear it running. So we'll get it running and you can hear what she sounds like, if you can hear it. I wanted to hear the Swift run. When it's ticking over, you can hardly hear it run. But petrol tap is under here. We'll turn that on. As you can see, she's stone cold. Just pulled her out. Tickle the carb a little bit. A little bit of petrol splurting over the top. Turn round. It's easy to get on this side because you've got the gear lever and that there. You've got a cut off down there for the battery. Tick over advanced retard and the choke. When I stop the car, I usually stop them in these positions. So on with the ignition. pressure there. About £30, I'll rev it up and goes up. But it'll go back down and tick over to about £25. Really, really low tick over that. Turn it up a bit because I don't know whether you can hear it. You can see it's putting amps into the battery. So there you have it, the Swift. Beautiful car. Let's take it out on a summer's day. Family in the back. I drive it out, but we're stuffed for space, as you can see. We've got the Ferrari out this morning, we've got a few bits of things out on the hill, so, and I'm not sure whether it's going to rain again, because it rains every single day. But there it is, ticking over. I mean, I don't know whether you can hear that or not. Tick over, it's £20 oil pressure. The amp meter's up there. It's just a lovely, lovely, nice car. Big engine on top of the job. And this car's been all over. It's been all over Europe. And the guy who used to own it used to go to the shops in it one day and the south of France in it the next. So that tells you something. I'm not saying it's a modern day car. I'm not saying it can keep up with modern day traffic. I'm just saying it is what it is. It's a car from the 1920s that can be used. Because a lot of cars that we have, to be honest, you can't use them on modern roads unless it's a specialist run. Quality motor car. Absolute quality. For Morris Minor price, really. A decent Morris Minor is about the same price as this car, and there is no comparison at all. Nothing.
Moving on to another part of our business, the factory clearances. Now today we're down Middlesbrough, clearing a factory which made traditional African-inspired snacks. Now what are African-inspired snacks? Well, from the looks of it, it looks like nuts, crisps, and popcorn. But to be honest, looking at the state of this factory, I'm glad I don't eat African-inspired snacks because it's horrible. Along with a load and load of bin bags and a load of grease, the factory's just full of rubbish, really. I mean, any type of health and safety for food standards in here would have a field day. Now you're probably wondering what's in them bin bags. And I don't open them up on this video, but if I were, what you'd see is bin bags upon bin bags full of used women's bras and underpants. So if you want to buy any bras and underpants used, give us a message. Now that all the bras and underpants, along with a load of other rubbish, have been removed, we can actually take a look at what's in this factory. And by the looks of it, it's catering machinery. I'd wager most of these are brand new, because we've actually had to take off the original packaging off some of these machines just to see what they are. I mean, if you look at the date of manufacture, they're all 2022, so they're only made a couple of years ago. I'd wager most of them have never even been turned on, let alone had food through them. They all are manufactured from China, so I don't know if that might be a drawback, especially with parts availability. But they are absolutely brand new. I mean, not every machine's brand new. You can see in that corner some of them have been used. But going over here, you can see that they're all brand new. But I think they are very specialised to the peanut, crisp and popcorn industry. But if anyone's after some seasoning machines or big fryers, let us know and we might be able to sort you out. That's the thing with these factory clearances. You never quite know what you're getting yourself into. I mean, this week it's peanut machines. The other week it was seeds. We've had window factories and bras and women's underpants. Every day's different.
So what we're on with this morning is we were at an auction at the weekend, me and Mark, and we weren't successful. To be fair, we were a bit miffed at the prices of stuff. But what was encouraging was we saw a car of the same make that we have in for sale. And there it is, this lovely black MG TD. Now these guys who have the auction are friends with us, pretty honest and open guys, but they did make a bit of a bold statement saying that their TD was one of the best. Well, I beg to differ, because I think this one is, and the only thing that spoils it is that interior. And basically it's just the seat, isn't it, Mark?
Seats a bit tired, edges of the carpet.
Yeah, so we are going to manufacture a new seat and seat bases and tidy the carpets up, and then you can tell us what you think of it. We've had this car quite a while, and I'm a bit surprised, to be fair, because it's a lovely car. It's been restored to a really high standard at some time, and the only thing that was left on it really to do was the seat. And I thought, well, leave the seat for the next man, people like to tinker. But obviously after seeing that one at the weekend, I've decided to go full ahead with this one and sort it out. Right, quick walk over here, and the sun's out a little bit, so it's Ferrari time, with the engine bay up again. Not a good sign on one of these. We got the timing belt done last year on it, water pump and bits and bobs. We had a few problems with the radiator, so we got a new radiator. Radiator's at the front of the car on these. There's the radiator. Got a new radiator and had issues with coolant pipes. What you've got to remember is the age of this car, and the quality of the components when it was made. They weren't the best when they were new. We've got the little Austin out there. We'll do a video about that. Walk in the showroom. Swift. We're absolutely rammed for space. We've got no space. We've got cars all over. We've moved a couple out to get that out. So that's where we are today. So today we're gonna concentrate on the TD, making that seat. It's a beautiful car. It's a special car. The car in question at the auction on Saturday, I think made £19,000, and that's at an auction. I think our car was up for similar money, a little bit less, might have been 18,000. But I just can't understand at the minute these auction prices. I'm going to auctions now and I can't buy cars, and yet we're struggling to retail cars. So it's a bit strange. I don't know. Should we start putting more cars through auctions? I don't know. Again, I blame the weather, I blame the economic climate, I blame a few things, but it's a bit slow at the minute. So hopefully when the sun comes out, that'll pick up. But I'll show you that TD trim when Mark's finished it. Probably take him a couple of days to make the seat. We have our own upholstery facility upstairs. It can more or less do anything. Seats, door cards. He's got 3 or 4 machines up there. He can work miracles up there. So I'll keep you informed with that one, and we'll see how it goes. So we'll have a look in the workshop and see how Mark's getting on. It's been a couple of hours. So that's the original interior there. Pretty shabby. The carpet's in a heap. You can see down there he's been stitching some piping around the carpets, some brown piping. I think you'll see a transformation. I'll show you that's the original carpet. So I think when he's finished you'll see a big difference in that. Yeah, so what do you think, Mark?
That's alright. Improved it quite a bit.
I think it has. I mean, we haven't, obviously if you look at the state of the seats now and in the back of the car, you can't really take that as anything, but the carpets were in a really bad state, weren't they? All the edges were frayed, and I think that leatherware binding you've put on in that colour is going to complement the seats when you make them.
Yeah.
So how long do you think it'll take you to make a set of seats for this?
Shift and a half.
Shift and a half?
Yeah.
Yes. There's the first of the two seat bases going in. Just in there loosely, hasn't that transformed it? And there you have it. A brand new, bespoke, leather interior. We haven't put a new carpet set in, but what have you done to the carpet set, Mark?
So I've re-edged it and bound it all with matching leather.
Yeah.
It was a good carpet, nice fit, pre-moulded, just the edges were a little bit frayed, so bound them over that, get rid of the fraying.
And you've made a new
Key lever-gator, yeah.
Key lever-gator. So that's a new set of seats. Well, there's only two. And the carpets in 3 days from a hide. Yeah, it's good going. But it has transformed the car. It was the one thing that I thought this car really needed. Like I say, we saw one at an auction at the weekend and we just thought to ourselves, look, the only thing spoiling our little TD is that seat. And to be fair, the price that I had it up for sale for, it was reflected in somebody buying the car and doing a few bits and bobs to it, e.g. the seat. But we've done it now, so there you have it. I think you'll see a massive change if you watch the first video.